I loved all the producers and the director and everybody involved. I just loved it. Invite me back again, please. I loved it. I loved it. I loved it.
The Rosie story?
Yeah.
Okay. I had gotten Judith Light for this play, and we really wanted Rosie Perez, who seemed to be the perfect actress for this story, and I had no contact with her. About 3 weeks ago, I moved, and I had a cable man coming to work on my apartment, and I was talking to my director about trying to get Rosie Perez, and I said, no, I don't have any connection with her. And I hung up the phone. This young cable guy says to me, are you a producer? And I said, sometimes. And he said, well, a friend of mine is friends with Rosie. And I said, Rosie Perez? And he said, yeah. And I, of course, being a New Yorker, didn't believe it. ICM called and said, Rosie Perez is interested in doing this adaptation. It's the way we do our casting here at Food for Thought in the most innovative way possible. So next time I'm going to be talking to my electrician and see who he can come up with.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're ready. This one counts. When the Women Come Out to Dance by Elmore Leonard, adapted for the stage by Susan Shaw.
I was going on an interview with Mrs. Mahmood to be her personal maid. I was told that it was near Donald Trump's home. My friend Viviana used to be her maid, but she left to move to LA with her husband. I'm so excited. Do I look nice? Ah, here it is. What kind of woman could she be? I mean, she's married to Dr. Wasim Mahmood, you know? And you know what he does? He changes the face and breasts of the ladies in Palm Beach and aspirates their fat. You see what I mean? She didn't look like a Mrs. Mahmood. Anything but a Mrs. Mahmood. She wasn't dark, she wasn't covered up, she was, well, tall and very exposed. All she had on was a green bikini.
You are Lord, as in Our Lady of?
No, ma'am. It is Lude, the way the Spanish say it.
I see. Lordess. Welcome. What's wrong?
Well, it's just that you're opening the door.
How else would I let you in?
Well, what about your help?
Oh, they're in the laundry room, watching soaps. Come in. Come in.
Her home was marble floors, statues and paintings that had no meaning.
Sit, please.
We sat at a patio table. Above us was an umbrella, all yellow and white. Everything was yellow and white. I didn't know at the time how important these colors would be.
Have one.
Oh, I'm not a smoker.
What are you then?
I'm this.
Your future wife is in the mail?
From the Latina introduction list for marriage.
Who sees this?
Men. Well, on their computers. And it's a little old, but not much has changed. Well, just a couple of things. Everything else is the same.
What's changed?
A little bit of this and a little bit of that.
So, you and Viviana were mail order brides.
You could say that.
You're virtuous, sensitive, hardworking, optimistic, looking for a man who's a kind, loving person with a good job. Was that Mr. Zimmer?
Sometimes yes, and sometimes no.
Sometimes no?
When he drank, I had to walk on, how you say, on the shells?
Eggshells?
Oh, yes, eggshells. Or they crack. He was strong for an old guy.
How old?
58.
When you married?
No, when he died.
I'm sorry.
I wondered, is she fishing?
Wasn't he killed?
Definitely fishing. Yes, a real tragedy.
Was it job related?
Then I thought, she's not fishing. She knows.
Are you sure you don't want one?
No, it's not good for my health. He disappeared a couple of days. Then they find him in mixed truck out by Hialeah, a pile of concrete next to it. But why was the truck there since he wasn't pouring a job? So the police break the concrete open.
And?
She's very good at this. They find Mr. Zimmer.
Murdered?
Well, I don't think it was suicide. His hands were tied behind him.
What did the police think?
They thought he was dead.
But who did it?
I was starting to think she probably knows everything. I don't know.
Did they think you did it?
I was convinced she knew more than me. Well, some people thought that friends of mine from Colombia were the ones who did it.
I don't mean to get too personal, but did this have anything to do with drugs?
Of course, she thinks we're all drug dealers. My husband drove a cement truck.
Why would anyone want to kill him?
She was really pushing it. Well, this one guy told the police that I got the Colombians to do it.
Because he hit you?
I didn't know how much longer I'd have to play this stupid game. Yes. One time he hit me so hard it separated my shoulder, so I couldn't work.
And the Colombians knew this?
Everybody knew. He would hit me in front of everyone, but only when he drank.
So maybe it was the Colombians.
Maybe. I should have said this more firmly so that it would end it. For some reason, I started to notice the gardeners. They look Latin, but I just...
They're Pakistanis. Isn't that who you're looking at, the gardeners?
Yes, I actually have a garden at home.
Like Wasim, Mr. Mahmood. He's Pakistani. Dr. Mahmood.
Why she have to say like that? Dr. Mahmood.
You'll be an employee of his. It's easier that way. You'll make at least $350 a week.
Thank you. Will I be doing things for Dr. Mahmood too?
What did Viviana say about my husband?
That he didn't speak very much to her.
Well, Viviana's a size 12, you know.
Oh, I never checked.
He likes them young and lean, as snakes. How much do you weigh?
A little less than 125.
You may be safe. Let's go.
Safe how? Go where? Suddenly she was rushing. The question and answer phase was definitely over.
We're going shopping. I'm going to buy you an entirely new wardrobe. Don't worry. We'll talk more, get to know each other. Let's go.
She picked up her cigarettes, her purse, her rhythm. She wanted to know what my favorite color was. I told her blue. She picked out some lovely summer dresses for me, but there was one problem. I matched the patio. Like everything, like I told you, everything was white and yellow and white and yellow.
Daiquiri time. You like your new wardrobe?
Yes, I love being part of the decor. Of course, I couldn't say that to my new boss, but I didn't have to say anything. She just assumed.
Sit, sit. Enjoy your new home.
Oh, thank you.
Let me see. Go on, let me see. Now turn, turn. Very nice. Very nice. Let's see. Yes, Waz will like this. You don't have to wear a uniform unless you're serving drinks. And then you might have to wear something like this. Yes, that suits you.
Is that a compliment?
Do you cook?
Of course.
Well, you don't have to here. We'll either go out or order in. I won't go near that fucking stove, and he knows it.
Each time she switched the subject, she asked me to hold up another dress, and I did, waiting to find out why I was really there. Next, we were on to cooking.
I don't cook, but it has nothing to do with why I don't go near the stove.
Before I could ask, there was another yellow and white dress.
Don't worry about the other help. They're harmless. The maids look at the ground when they talk to you, and they hide a lot. Waz swims in the nude. Must be a Muslim thing. If they see him, they hide. Or if they see me doing Southern hip-hop bouncing to Dirty South, they hide. Have a refill. So what did Viviana tell you about me?
I thought we were finally getting somewhere. How nice you are.
Oh, come on. She said I was a stripper.
Well, she said you were a dancer before, yes.
A dancer, that's a good one. Try this on. Just in case Waz wants a change. Yeah, I worked in a dump on Federal Highway, got discharged. Then I jumped to Miami Gold on Biscayne, valet parking. I was one of the first outside of the black chicks to do Southern hip-hop. Dirty South, raw and uncut, while the other girls are doing Limp Bizkit, Bob Seger, Bad Company. You like?
What would I have to like was to tell her why I was there. Yes, I like very much.
It doesn't work. It doesn't work. The apron, you're too short-waisted. Take it off. What if he wants an apron? He might if he has some of his ragtop buddies over. They come over in their Nehru outfits and they chatter away in Urdu. I walk in, they say to them in their semi-British sing-songy way, "What a lovely sight you are to my eyes this evening." And they wonder if I'm the same chick he used to watch strip. I was making more doing laptops and private gigs than any other girl at the Gold. I was #1. I remember Waz coming in with his buddies, all suits and ties, trying hard not to look third world. He waves me a 50, and I did some close tribal hip-hop. And I said, "Doctor, you can see better if you put your eyes back in your head." He loved that kind of talk. Fourth time he came in, I gave him what's known as a $1 million hand job, and I became Mrs. Mahmood. I told you about his first wife, right? She stayed in Pakistan while he went to med school here. He finished his residency, opened his practice, and she died. Oh my God, we better go.
Where?
To the store, of course. Where else? Before they close. We'll get you a different kind of apron. You don't need that.
But, Mrs. Mahmood, I always take my purse.
I said you don't need that. That's better. Did I tell you Waz's wife died? His first wife?
Yes, Mrs. Mahmood, you did.
She burned to death. Come on, we gotta hurry. Now listen, I don't want you to call me that anymore.
What?
Mrs. Mahmood. I want you to call me by my name, Ginger. Actually, it's Janine, but my friends call me Ginger, the ones I have left.
Oh. Meaning what? The friends who also dance naked or maybe even guides. Junior?
Not Yin-yor. Ginger. I'll try again.
Ginger.
That's close. Work on it.
We were getting close, but still.
What do I do?
Another night, another daiquiri, another question. A philosophical question.
I exist. I have no life.
Maybe better to answer with a not so philosophical answer. Go shopping.
That's all.
You play golf.
You gotta be kidding.
Well, you go out with your husband.
Yeah, to an Indian restaurant. I listened to him talk to the manager. How many times since you've been here has he come home in the evening?
Before I could answer.
He has a girlfriend. He's with her all the time. Her, another one, doesn't care that I know. He's rubbing my face in it. Are you listening to me?
What else could I do? Yes, of course.
All guys fool around at least once in a while. Waz and his buddies live for it. It's accepted over there, where they're from. A guy gets tired of his wife in Pakistan, he burns her to death. Or has it done. I'm not kidding. He tells everyone Dupata caught fire from this stove.
Oh. That's why you don't cook. I know he wasn't the best dancer, but I didn't know what to say. Actually, it seemed to help.
Among other reasons. Raz is from Rawalpindi. It's a town where 40 women a month show up in the hospital with terrible burns. If a woman survives, are you listening to me?
Yes, of course.
If she doesn't die, she lives in shame because her husband, the prick who tried to burn her to death, kicked her out of the fucking house. And he gets away with it. Pakistan, India, thousands of women are burned to death every year because their husbands are tired of them or they didn't come up with a big enough dowry.
You said the first wife was burned to death?
Once he could afford white women, what did he need her for?
It all made sense. You're afraid he's going to burn you?
That's what they do. It's their custom. Waz comes here to be a plastic surgeon, but over in Pakistan, where all the women are going around disfigured, there are no plastic surgeons to speak of. Some of them get acid thrown in their face.
I think that was more than I needed to know.
I made the biggest mistake of my life marrying a guy from a different culture, a towel head.
Why did you?
This! The house! But if I leave him, this goes, it all goes. In the prenup, I'll be back to stripping on Federal Highway or dancing topless while these pot-bellied guys dip their donuts.
Suddenly, she was staring at me.
You have tits.
She just noticed. Yes, I do.
What I mean is you have tits. At least you can get a job.
It's good to have options.
I look good in costume.
I'm sure you...
Waz's favorite.
Let me guess.
A nurse's uniform. I take off everything but this. Waz said he wanted to hire me. I'd be the first topless surgical nurse.
As she walked around in this cap, I imagined her dancing naked. I knew of cleaning women who sang while they worked, but not dance. I remember Miss Olympia warning the cleaning women, no singing, no dancing. They might encourage the men working late at night. Then, as if it wasn't enough, she said the 21st verse in the book of Judges talked about men waiting for their daughters of Shiloh to come to dance so they could force them to be their wives. I wonder what it'd be like to dance naked like that.
Are you listening?
Actually, this time I was not. Of course, Mrs. Mahmood. I had no idea what this woman wearing this nurse's cap was saying. But I couldn't wait any longer. I had to move things along. How would you feel if a load of wet cement fell on your husband's head? Timing is everything. Maybe I should have waited. But after all, this wasn't the easiest question to answer. You don't have to answer that if it's too personal.
How did you feel?
Finally, we were getting somewhere. I knew he wouldn't beat me no more.
Were you ever happy with him?
Not one day.
You picked him.
He picked me. At this party, there were 7 Colombian girls for each American. I didn't think I'd be picked. I was. We married. 2 years later, I had my green card.
And then?
You figure out the rest.
How much does a load of cement cost?
30,000.
What?
30,000.
Well, you were just ready with your answer. Viviana told you about my situation and...
Oh, no. She wasn't gonna turn the tables on me. Not after she made me wait for days wearing patio clothes. I believe it was you who hired me, Mrs. Mahmoud, because of what happened to Mr. Zimmer. And I got the feeling you don't like your husband very much.
Like him? I'm terrified of him. He lights a cigarette and I'm afraid.
She wanted to kill the bastard. She didn't have to explain why. It's very simple, Mrs. Mahmoud. You pay the money now, and we don't have to talk about this again.
I don't pay?
Same thing. We still don't speak about it.
Why did the Colombian guys need it all up front?
What Colombian guys? He fell off his boat.
He doesn't have a boat.
He was hit by a truck. Big truck. It was an accident. That's all you know.
They want cash?
Well, they're not set up for credit cards yet.
I can't get that much.
That's fine. We never had this conversation. Maybe I'll have one. For the road. You make it look so easy.
20,000.
When?
Right away, my getaway money, my tips. That's the deal. You want it? You don't? You know where the door is. It's the same one you came in by. By the time you finish this, I expect an answer.
She finally got her confidence back. Ah, the many uses of concrete. The next morning, I finally had a chance to meet Dr. Mahmoud. He asked me to cook for him, which at first made me a little nervous. But then he seemed pleasant, so relaxed. He wanted this fish he ate cold, snook, which he had with his tea and whole toast. He said I could have some too. I tried it. My God, it was filled with bones. I almost choked, but I tell him, it's good. We talked of fish, and only fish. Nighttime came, and he was in the swimming pool. It was so humid that even the cactus seemed to suffer. As I was watering the shriveled up plant, he came out of the swimming pool. Wearing nothing, nada. I kept watering the cactus.
Lourdes, bring me my towel.
I was startled and spilled the water on the towel.
You were waiting for me?
All my life. No, sir, I didn't see you. Then I couldn't stop looking at him. He had the strangest penis. Don't ask me to explain.
You're a widow.
Why was he asking me that, I thought? Does he want to marry me? Yes,
You are a virgin.
at some point.
When you married.
Why was he asking medical reasons? No, sir.
Your husband didn't care?
I had no idea where he was going with this. I don't think so.
Would you see an advantage in being a virgin again?
It's a strange family. I really never thought about this, but I was raised to respect authority, especially doctors, and so I didn't wish to keep him waiting. No, not at my age.
I can restore it.
This man, he was unstoppable. Restore it.
Make you a virgin again. A few sutures down there in the tender dark. It's popular in the Orient with young girls entering marriage.
That's good to know.
And prostitutes, they get a better rate. Often thousands of dollars a night.
He was, how you say, flowing with too much information.
I am thinking of offering the procedure. If you change your mind, I could do it in your room.
I was waiting for him to give me his card. He handed me his towel. And that was the last I ever saw him. 2 days later, Mrs. Mahmoud appeared in a very short black skirt.
How do I look?
Lovely.
Too short?
No.
Good. Then I'm off. I have to identify the body. Wish me luck. Oh, I thought about having Waz cremated. What do you think? About having the fucker burned.
Before I could answer,
I'm seeing some friends later. Don't wake it up. Oh, and make sure that you water that one. It's drying up. We don't want them to shrivel.
she left and did not return until 1 a.m. the following morning. Look familiar? It's Mrs. Mahmoud's green bikini. You think she'll mind? I decided to have a little party and a few close friends. This is all I could find. Hello, Ginger. How are you?
You have my suit on.
I don't wear yellow anymore, Ginger. I like green, so I borrowed one of yours. It's okay, isn't it?
What is going on?
This is cumbia. It's Colombian music to celebrate a wedding, a funeral. You always light candles when you play cumbia. She put the candle down. I guess it had to do with her thing about fires. She is, how you say, checking out my friends. Oh, those are my friends, the Colombian guys. Nice, yes?
Lourdes, what exactly is going on?
We have a party for you, Ginger. Here.
What's this?
I got you a new cap. Yellow and white. Your colors. Put it on, Ginger.
What?
I said, put it on. Now.
This is absurd, Lourdes.
Perhaps you want my friends to help you. Not yet. We'll see how you do.
How I do?
Yes, and please don't waste our time. Come on, boys. The Colombian guys have been waiting all night for you to come home. Don't make them wait anymore. They get nervous, if you know what I mean.
You'll do well.
Oh, and by the way, it's Mrs. Zimmer. Now put the hat on. Just the hat.
Just the hat.
Nothing else. The Colombian guys come to see you dance. By the time I get back, just the hat. Come on, boys. Ginger is waiting.
What was the idea for the story? I mean, have you met a dancer named Ginger in the past, or?
Otto Penzler, who was putting together collections of short stories, asked if he had one coming up called Dangerous Women, and he said, "Would you write one about a dangerous woman?" And I said, "Okay." And at that time I had been reading about Russian mail-order brides, and I thought, a mail-order bride, but not a Russian. I can't handle a Russian because I don't think Russians are funny. So if I brought the mail-order bride from Colombia, I would be able to handle her. And that's what happened. I don't remember how the story developed. I never remember where really basic ideas come from.
Rosie, did you find this difficult? I mean, this is the first time you've done it. You were wonderful. Did you find it hard, and was it exciting, or would you like to do it again?
This isn't my first reading of a play. With extremely short notice. But I have to say it's the shortest rehearsal I've ever participated in. But I was very nervous and very, very excited. And I really liked this because, I don't know, I don't get past a lot of good material. But I just loved how twisted and dark and, cynical. I loved it. I really loved it. I loved it.
What's great about this to me is that we were just talking about it when we came in today. It's so original, and it's so new, and such a fresh idea, and it's so spontaneous. And a lot of times, I know for myself, I can tend to overthink something.
Mr. Leonard, I wanted to know whether you had incorporated the humor that we felt in your short story. Was that a vehicle of the stage?
I think my books are funny, though the characters are not trying to be funny. In Get Shorty, for example, Barry Sonnenfeld said that Gene Hackman delivered his lines one time in rehearsal, and he said, "Gene, that was really funny." And Hackman said, "Well, I wasn't trying to be." And Barry said, "That's the whole idea. Don't." And when I first met Barry, I said, "I hope you don't get reaction shots from other actors when someone delivers a funny line, because they're not being funny. They're being serious. They're being themselves." And I hope I don't see any nudges and winks and things like that, because everyone is funny, and if they're not, it won't work. And that's what we have in this story, that to me it's funny because it's such a weird situation, and they're talking about it in a very straight somewhat conservative manner. And that's what makes it work if it works.
Are the asides to the audience more difficult to do? Does that break the concentration? It worked for me, but I'm just wondering, for you guys, is it more difficult to handle?
I think the difficulty was there wasn't a lot of rehearsal. So the rhythm of turning was difficult. I was shaking up here, whether you knew it or not. And thank God I didn't know this man was in the room. I would have passed out. And I was noticing a lot of people, but I think just my personality, I like doing theater better than I do film because I like people and I love storytelling and I love that kind of stuff. And so using the audience helps me. And it gives me energy. And if the audience is not with me, it gives me a challenge. So I like it. It's nice. It's very nice.
This lady has a question.
And I just wanted to know, am I incorrect in hearing that in your stories, does it show women as being the stronger and the more forceful as opposed to their male characters?
Well, my women have been handling things lately in my books. And it's not that I have tried to make them the main character. It's just they're smarter than the guys, and it just works out that way. And they seem to have better lines. Whoever has the best lines in the book becomes the main character. Not always, but it should be that way, and I try to make it that way. If they can't talk, if my characters don't normally just automatically talk in an interesting way, they're either thrown out or they get shot or something happens to them. Because I use a lot of dialogue. I use as much dialogue as I can because I'm not very good at descriptions. So it's worked out with the women that, and I don't try to take the part of a woman when I'm writing her role. I just think of a person, a human being, rather than a woman. Or this man the same way. I don't think of them man, woman, you know.
I just want to tell you two quick things about the collaboration, because this was a great experience for me because Elmore was so generous with the story and talking about it. One thing you had asked was to put it in the present tense. It was written in the past. And then I switched the whole thing to the present, and it didn't work, which is really interesting when you switch something from short story to the theater, what happens. And absolutely didn't work. I called Elmore and I said, I got to switch everything back to the past. And he said, yeah, because probably what you lost is the attitude. And that's what happened. It was just one little thing, but it changed. There was no tension, no humor, nothing. And the other thing was at the end had to be elaborated on, because in a short story, you can end with a quick little moment, but in a play, everything needs to be much bigger. So it's a lot of fun to just see the changes between short story and play, but we can talk more about that when you buy Elmore's books.
Mel was like, yeah, I mean, what am I supposed to do? Like, present myself.
You did, and you did it wonderfully.
This was so much fun today, though. Elmer, I thought it went so well. The reading was fun. Rosie.
I thought it went very well.
So
Yeah.
it was just a,
Yeah.
and I've done a lot of different play readings for Food for Thought, and this one, of course, being the most unusual, particularly because Susan Charlotte adapted Elmore Leonard's short story, number one. Number two, I got to work with Rosie Perez, and we taped the show, and this is the first time, and I actually think it's the beginning of something that will expand for Food for Thought in ways that I don't think were originally conceived. But you can see how important it was for people to be here, and particularly to have Elmore Leonard here as well. So all in all, it's just a very special experience, and a very different one, even in the world of Food for Thought. So it's very exciting. Thanks.
Well, for me, it all started when a friend of mine called Hal Thaw called me up. Hal managed John Denver and also manages John Malkovich, the actor. And my background is in the film business. And we started talking about how we were going to make movies together. And suddenly he mentioned, well, you know, I also know this wonderful writer, Susan Charlotte, and we're talking about putting on Food for Thought. And would you like to be involved? And I thought it was a fantastic idea, doing one-act lunchtime theater in New York. And now we've been asked by others to open up in other venues, such as in Aspen, where we did one show very successfully already. Rita Moreno has asked us to open up a show in San Francisco. We may be ultimately doing shows on Broadway because the audience reaction has just been so spectacular to this type of intimate theater that is, with great writing and great actors, sets aren't necessary. The audience can use their imagination and I think get more of an emotional response than even with a Broadway show.
Working with Elmore was just a delight. We only had about an hour and a half rehearsal, but I thought the actors got the tone, and mostly with Elmore Leonard, the most important thing is the attitude, and they got the attitude and the humor in a very dark piece. So I thought it had all the wonderful nuances that we needed, and the audience seemed very excited about the project, about Elmore, about the actors, and just videotaping this for the whole series. So this is the beginning, I hope, of many more tapings of these great readings.
I love this experience. I was very nervous, and I'm still nervous, but it was the ultimate adrenaline rush. I love the history of this place. I love the people that attended the reading. I felt so much support and love from the audience. I loved all the producers and the director and everybody involved. I just loved it. Invite me back again, please. I loved it, I loved it, I loved it. You don't understand. Every Puerto Rican in Brooklyn is gonna die for this picture. I want to. How would you feel if a load of wet cement fell on your husband's head?
How do I look? You have kids. At least you can get a job. Too short?
No.
Good.
To have
then I'm off.
options.
I have to identify the body.
He had the strangest problem. Don't ask me. I matched the patio.
Make you a virgin again. A few sutures down there.
I'm seeing some friends later.
Dark.
Don't wake it up.
I'm so excited. Timing is everything.
How do I look?
Do I look nice?
Too short?
No.
I thought about having was
cremated.
I have to identify the body.
About having the fucker burn.
I didn't know how much longer I'd have to play this stupid game.
There's not a lot of depth in my stories. There it is. There's a beginning, a middle, and an end, and that's as far as I'll take it.